So, real quick, I know Team USA lost to France. I was not awake to see the game. It happened a few hours ago at this point, and also, I don't even know where to find a replay of the game, so I guess I'm just not going to do a video. Anyway, Lakers discussing a Buddy Hield trade with the Kings. This came from Shams just a couple minutes ago. Kuzma's name has been mentioned, and now the question that I have with this is, who would be moving besides Kuzma? Should be said, as of right now, the Kings are below the salary cap, which means you do not have to match money exactly to make a move, assuming that the other team is below the luxury tax, which as of right now, the Lakers are very slightly below. So in theory, Kuzma for Hield straight up does work. I would just have to assume that there would be more pieces moving. So whether the Kings would want KCP, Montrez, if he accepts the player option, those are the only guys the Lakers have under contract besides Kuzma, Marc Gasol, and Alfonso McKinnie as of right now. Besides LeBron and AD, but obviously they're not moving. So we'd have to see. I don't know if you could find a way to get like Caruso or Wesley Matthews or somebody like that in the move, because you can't attach guys to a sign and trade. That said, teams find weird cap gymnastics all the time. Now, to think about this from the Kings' perspective, is there really a move that I could think of on the Lakers that would be good for Sacramento? I mean, if Kuzma was going to come in there and just be awesome defensively, then sure, because they need that, but is Kuzma a proven defensive player at this point? I mean, he embraced the dirty work this past year, so that's cool. Shot 36% from three, suggests he could be a guy who can play off of stuff, cut to the basket, that sort of thing. That said, Kuzma's shooting has been up and down his whole career. It's not like his free throw shooting was good this season. It was 69%. He would give him more size than Hield, so that's cool. You could have like a Harrison Barnes, Halliburton, Kuzma thing, which might have a little bit more switchability to it and all that. But I just feel like if Buddy Hield's available, couldn't there be a better move out there than Kuzma? I mean, I already did the whole Kings should trade Buddy Hield thing when he was playing pretty badly last season, and then he got a little bit better as the year went on, but I would like to think there's something better than just Hield. I mean, if the Lakers throw in this year's draft pick, which they can trade after they use it, then that makes it a little nicer. And obviously the fit with Hield on the Lakers makes a lot of sense. It would basically just be Buddy Hield existing around LeBron and Anthony Davis doing stuff, and he would get a lot of shots. Now, since this report basically just said that Buddy Hield could be available, to think about teams for him, I mean, the Knicks would make sense, but I don't think there's really a move there, unless the Knicks went nuts with draft picks. There is Miami. Their one main trade chip is Tyler Hero. Whether they would want to give him up for Buddy Hield, I don't know. We can talk about the Clippers. I think they could have enough. I mean, if Kuzma is being looked at as a serious possibility to be traded for Hield, then between Luke Kennard, Zubac, and the Clippers having the 25th pick, which they can trade after they use it, you know how that goes, I feel like that's interesting. Now, whether they would want to make that sort of move with Kawhi potentially missing all of next year, I don't know. That might help the odds. That might hurt the odds. I'm trying to think of a Hield to the Warriors trade. I don't know if the Kings would want Wiseman. I feel like they'd want somebody who can help them out right now. Besides that, the only other possibility is if the Kings would take Wiggins, and I mean, maybe they would, but I don't feel like they would. Another team that clearly has pressure on them right now is the Pelicans. They've got a whole lot of draft picks. There was already a rumor that they might have something cooking with the Grizzlies where it's Bledsoe and the 10th pick going to the Grizzlies for number 17. That one's kind of interesting. Bledsoe would be their one way to have the money for a guy like Buddy Hield, unless they were going to put Steven Adams in there. Again, would the Kings want either one of those types of guys? I don't know. I would like to think they could re-sign Richaun Holmes for less than the $17 million that they'd have to pay Steven Adams each of the next 2 seasons. So yeah, I think that's the Buddy Hield gist. We'll see if the Lakers can get him. I just think if he's really available, I think there's some interesting moves you can find, and ones that I didn't think of course. So we'll see. I do want to throw one thing in here super randomly. It has nothing to do with anything else. Are the Spurs just going to let DeRozan walk and, like, just not do anything interesting ever and just suck next year? Because I was thinking about them for Buddy Hield for a second, and then I'm like, well, it's the Spurs. They never do anything. So, yeah.